setup. Comfortable driving, I would say, on soft tires and the medium. I haven't tested the hard yet, so I guess whoever will use this can test the hard tires. But this is my Canada setup, which I hope I have saved, which I have not saved, so let's make it. It's 8-7 wings, which is, of course, a good idea always because it's quite even. 85-51, which I like to run. So that's pretty good. We leave the suspension at 2.5, 1.8, 0.06, and 0.20. This is quite aggressive, but it tends to work in the race as well, even in qualifying, so it's always a good idea. With the suspension, so 1.5 was the original, which I ran, but I think I clicked down to 1.4 for the rear suspension, just to make it a bit softer over the curbs and just better on traction. It increases the traction overall. And I've gone up a click on the front anti-roll bar and 2 clicks on the rear anti-roll bar to 8 and 4. 8, I needed that in mid-corner direction change, which is quite vital, especially around this track with the chicanes and everything. So mid-corner change without the car being lazy on the front end, so which the 8 will solve pretty much. And then the 4 on the rear, it's still a lot of stability, good traction, but the car is still quite movable on the rear end, just in case you need a lot more rotation. Ride height, I tend to run 5.7. Just for the curbs. You could go to 5.6 as well, but I just like to run 7 for the last chicane and for the middle chicane right before sector 2 ends, and it will just help you go over, just glass over the curves instead of like having to nail every single line. You can go off the line a bit and still hook up a pretty good sector. Brakes 100% of course on the brake pressure, and brake bias run around 55 for the first sector, 56 for the middle sector, and then 57 for the last sector. Just evens it out all over. Tire pressure is maximum in the fronts. I go click down on the rears for the race, just so you guys know. It helps, especially with traction, but overall wear as well. But it is slightly slower. I think, I don't know what the time is, but it's just a little slower. So it depends on your driving. If you can deal with the tires and the traction, then go on and run full maximum pressures. But that's about it. That's all my setup has to do today. And as I've explained what everything does, 8.7 of course, 8 wings because you need a lot of front end as well, and 7 because rear stability is never a bad thing, even though low wings around this track should work. 8.7, especially with this game, everyone's running quite high wings, so you won't lose much because everyone else is also losing as much as you are. And that's about it.